Have you ever poured, your heart and soul into your personal site, putting out really insightful stuff, only to kind of wonder, how does Google actually figure out who's an authority online? How does it even see your specific expertise? Well, today that's exactly what we're doing a deep dive on. We've waded through articles, research, our notes, basically distilled it all down. The idea is to give you a shortcut, the key nuggets you need on this. Our mission, to help you really amplify your voice online.
Exactly. And we're going to unpack what authority really means in Google's eyes and, importantly, how they try to measure it. Because, spoiler alert, it's way more complex than just a single score they look at. It's about credibility across the whole web.
Right. So to get a handle on this, we probably need to look back a bit, don't we? I mean, I certainly remember the early Google days, my first blog. Oh, man. It felt like it was just get more links. Swap with anyone, right?
Oh, absolutely. That early PageRank algorithm was heavily focused on just the quantity of links, like votes.
I was definitely playing that old game then.
We all were. But see, connecting that to now, the system's really evolved dramatically. Now Google uses these multi-factor models. It's looking at a whole constellation of signals all at once.
Okay, so not just links then?
No, not just links. Think content quality, how users engage with your site, the site's technical health. It's the whole picture. And yeah, there's no public domain authority score Google uses directly, despite what some tools might show you. But the principles behind authority, quality, context, they are absolutely central.
Got it. So for someone with a personal site, what's the takeaway? Links still matter, I assume.
Oh, they do, definitely. External links are still a significant factor.
But not just any link, right? That old strategy is dead.
Precisely. Quality is paramount now. Think about where the link is coming from. A link from a highly respected, relevant site in your specific field. That carries, well, way more weight than tons of low-quality ones.
Like the example you mentioned.
Oh.
A top medical journal linking to a doctor's research paper.
Exactly. That's gold. It screams authority in that specific context.
Okay, wait a sec. The source material also talked about online mentions. Does that mean even if there's no actual clickable link, it still counts?
Yes. That's a fascinating part. Google's sophisticated enough now to recognize mentions of your brand, your name, your site, even without a hyperlink.
Wow. So PR and just getting talked about positively is important too.
Definitely. But context is crucial. Google analyzes the sentiment and the surrounding text. Are the mentions positive? Are they on relevant sites? That matters. Even the anchor text, the actual words used in a link, that gives Google topical signals about what your site focuses on.
That's actually incredible. It's not just a network of links, but like a web of conversation and reputation.
Yeah.
But hang on. Does Google see all experts the same way? Like, is a doctor evaluated with the same signals as, say, a graphic designer? Seems unlikely.
That's a really key point. No, it doesn't. Google absolutely tries to assess author credentials, and it adapts its evaluation based on the field. This is where EEAT comes in. That's expertise, experience, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. Search quality raters use this framework.
EEAT, right. Heard that acronym talked around.
And what's interesting is that the signals for EEAT differ. What signals trustworthiness for a medical site is very different from what signals it for maybe a hobbyist blog or a creative portfolio.
So for the doctor example, you'd look for things like hospital affiliations, publications in journals, maybe professional directory listings.
Exactly. Whereas for a creative professional, it might be features in online galleries, industry awards, mentions in design blogs, things relevant to their field.
It's about matching the signals to the profession. Makes sense.
Precisely. And there's another layer too, topical authority.
Okay.
Google wants to see depth and focus. Are you really an expert on a specific topic, or are you spreading yourself too thin? Think of it like being a specialist versus a general practitioner. Google prefers the specialist for specific queries. Covering too many unrelated subjects can actually dilute your signal. It makes it harder for Google to see you as the go-to source for anything specific.
So niching down is actually beneficial for authority.
It often is, yes. Deep expertise in a focused area. So, okay, let's try and bring this all together for you, the listener. Building that online authority, especially for a personal site, really boils down to a few core things. First, focus on getting those quality backlinks from respected, relevant sites in your niche.
Quality, not just quantity. Got it.
Second, develop deep, focused expertise. Don't be afraid to niche down rather than covering everything shallowly. Avoid diluting that signal.
Become the specialist.
Exactly. Third, actively look for those mentions and features, even unlinked ones, from respected places in your industry. Build relationships.
Because context counts.
It does. And finally, maintain a consistent professional presence. Link your various online profiles and platforms together where it makes sense. Show coherence.
Yeah, it's definitely clear Google's moved way beyond just counting links like back in the PageRank days. It's about this richer picture context quality, EE80 signals tailored to your field, even picking up on mentions without links. It's quite sophisticated.
It really is. So the final thought we want to leave you with is this. Knowing how Google is trying to see expertise now, what strategic steps will you take next? How will you amplify your unique voice and authority online so your insights get the recognition they deserve?